Right, we're back. You see, our Grimmer's grown a bit since the last time you were here. It's now about 1,300 almost. It's just a tiny growth on there, right? Okay, and we have this handmade clover leaf. I'm going to have to do something with this. That's the weirdest ass clover leaf you're ever going to fucking see. I'll have to pause the game and once the buses are passed, and then delete the clover leaf and put a proper one in now because I have the proper ones to put in. Right, I'm just going to complain for a bit that the connections are all broken. There's nothing I can do about that. It's going to have to be broken. Like I said, this is a really ropey fucking cloverleaf I made. Because the cloverleaf structure wasn't available at that point. Mm. And now we do have street constructions, so... Right, this is going to have to, remove some road there. Still. Right, so I just put it there. Right. Oh, bollocks. Right, now. Oh, we can go for that bridge. Yeah. Alright, now you... That will have to do. To be honest with you, that road would bother me anyway, it's too wavy, but that kinda doesn't curve too well, does it? There we go, that's curving a bit better. There we go. We have a clover leaf that is functional now. The Hemelstein and Agreemer buses work. Now Agreemer and Mellowstone buses are working. Yay! There we go, just a bit of an upgrade there. But that's like 37, that's 50, so... But the corner is going to cause problems there like that. But yeah, on this one it should be fine. And this one should be fine because it's going straight forward and down here. Right, so yeah, that's that taken care of. My ropey ass fucking cloverleaf is now functional properly. Okay, there we go. You can see we've got a fair amount of money here. 69 billion. And we're making like just shy of 2.5 billion per year. Yeah. We have a lot of bus lanes in here. A lot of bus lanes. So we have Agrima going to Lofoten, Agrima going to Omi Village, Agrima going to Hemelstein, and Agrima going to Mellowstone, and Traverse Town is via the train, which is making me about 10 million. We have the MAN trucks now. Like, there's the MAN trucks. They do 50 mile an hour and carry 17 units. So that's about where the trucks start becoming more profitable. You can see like trucks. Yeah, we've got one negative there just now. That's because I recently just changed them all over. So what did I just say? But like the silver cargo's at 6.8 million. The coffee bean cargo's at 6.3 million. Now that's the one that was at 2 million before with just the little trucks. Now it's at 6.3 million with the MAN trucks. Because they go faster and they carry a lot more at once. They just fucking hammer down there and just make money. And I don't have to worry about fucking all the business they having multiple stations per truck line, because there's so few trucks on the line now that the frequency is now down to 39 seconds instead of 7 seconds as it was with the other trucks. But the rate's still at 300. So there's no need to parse it across multiple stations. It just works out fine. But the Mellowstone fuel, there we go. There's the Mellowstone fuel. It's a rate of 268 and it's got 220. But I'm only doing 160, so what's wrong? Why are we not? Right, so where is the fuel cargo? The fuel cargo is going down here to deliver, which should be delivering them. It's delivering here, which should deliver to this stuff. Yeah, see, this one's delivering to all this here. This one should be delivering to all this. Oh, we're missing some up there. And coming down here. Right. So what we're missing is this stuff up here. It's only getting up to here. We need to get into here. So we could essentially just put a truck stop in here to cover all this up here. Yeah, it's not even getting stuff up. It's spread out so much that we can't get it all. That's the problem. So to get more fuel down here, we could go down there, zoom down here, down through here, down to there, and around. That'll require more trucks. That is fine though. So from Mellowstone transfer, we want to go to there, and then there, and that'll cover quite a lot more. So that should be, yeah, it's outputting more now. And that should cover everything. Right, the numbers went down, but the output is went up. Because we can just fix that by adding, like, say, 3 vehicles to it. Make it up to 10. Yeah, and that puts it back up again. Right, so when it gets to 225, that should tick over and increase its production and want more refined oil. Which then will max this out. Which means this will be making maximal money at that point. Why is there a big digger there? What are they digging for on a fuel refinery? And this ferry's working for whatever reason. It is working now. We don't know why, but we got a lot of passengers through this airline who will come down to the port. I don't understand it, but if that's what they want to do to get there, that's what they can do. They all come from down here at this airport. Yeah, we're carrying shit tons of passengers about the place in this thing. 30 million just per quarter off of that. And the real earners are actually this one, 224 million per quarter. Yeah, for taking logs back and forward. Two airlines, and we're making about 250 million per quarter out of them. Not bad. There's the big earners, the rail and the air. And then the road's not far behind, and the water's like really down there. Oh, you can click on that to see more. Tickets. Maintenance in the vehicles is 23 million. Infrastructure is 2 million. Oh, alright, I never know you could see this before. So the maintenance in vehicles is 100 million. Yeah. Oh my fucking god. I have 100 million maintenance on vehicles. I have 42 million maintenance on vehicles in this one. Maintenance on roads and maintenance on infrastructure. Oh, that's where the biggest comes from. Oh, so this is like what I spent on roads and vehicles, and I got money back on infrastructure when I sold some roads. Right. And tracks. Right. So you can break it down there and see exactly what you want. Okay. My bank balance went from 0 there. Home. Like there, just let's see. Yeah, in 1900 I was almost at 4 billion. Well, 3 billion, sorry, about 1900. And then here we're at fucking 67 billion or 69 billion in the year fucking 1969. It has just skyrocketed. We've got all our tracks electrified and high speed now. There's like 1 or 2 bits of rail, I don't know where they are. I think it's just depots that haven't been done yet. The towns have just went from fucking there all the way up to here. Like a population of like 12,000 in total across the entire map. Like there's about 36 cities across the map, and a tenth of the population is in Agrima. The next biggest one is Omi Village here at 992. And I have to increase the population faster. Like the private transport, it is at 2,000. That's because I have connected Agrima to a lot of cities here. You can see line usage 0%. That means they're all driving privately to Galden Key. On you go, mate. Himmelstein I get 74% of it. So of the 92 and 96, I've maybe got like 74 and 72. 74 and 72 of them I have going to Himmelstein. I got everybody going to Lacare. Where the fuck is Lacare? It's down this. They must be on the airport. Lofoten, I get 72% because it's they can drive down here through my road to there. Like that road goes down for a tunnel to here, up for a tunnel to there, and to Lofton. There's a really straight road from there to there that they can get to Lofton. So they do use their own car rather than my buses. You can push it and push it and push it and try and get more percentage on you. I got 30% of the traffic within Ogrima for going from Ogrima to Ogrima. It's like people going from houses to work, work to commercial, commercial to houses, all that sort of stuff. I get 30% of the traffic, which is really fucking high. You wouldn't believe how high that number is. Like if you look at Omi Village, I only get 21% there. Schwarzgrad to Schwarzgrad, I only get 29%. That's a decently high one there. Tall Oaks to Tall Oaks, I only get 20%. Like, yeah, you really don't get that much of the population using your trams. You'd have to focus on getting them if you wanted them. And there is a lovely there. It says a high level of private transport going through here. There's very few going through here. The best way to get them would be just to have bus depots everywhere. Right. See, there's like these lines on the pavement. That means this is a separate street to that street, even though it's all part of one long thing. Hang on, I need that tissue. You would need like one here, one there, one here, one there, one here, one here, blah 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 blah. Catch every single fucking thing. And it would be impossible to keep the frequency high enough to do it. Because the line rate affects how many people get on the line. As I was testing with this ferry down here, like as soon as I put the ferry rate down to 73 and the frequency down to 25 minutes, they just stopped getting on it. This one's a 13-minute and people are getting on it without any issue. The rate of the line does affect whether they get on your line or not. I could easily just buy another ferry. Now, this one's a 20 mile an hour, this is a 22 mile an hour. We'll replace that. And you'll be surprised how much that affects it. But yeah, if I put another ferry in there, so there's now a second ferry. This is one of the deluxe edition ones. Right, so it's Schwarzgrad to move this down. The line rate should now go to 13, so they should start getting on that more and more. So they should get more passengers on it, they should get more money, and it should start making money. Because as it stands, the Schwarzgrad to Tall Oaks buses is a frequency of 49 seconds, so they'll want to get on that rather than the fucking ferry. Because all the buses are doing going down there at like fucking 43 mile an hour, with the ship has to go all the way up here, along here, around here, and into there at half the speed. And then they get on the bus stop and go to wherever they want to fucking go, because they can go to No, they can't go anywhere other than Tolok Schwarzgrad. So, okay, ho. And I don't even cover the entire city. So they don't want to go to Tall Oaks that much. So to get more people into Tall Oaks, I would have to cover more of the city with my trams. Let's see, residential's down here, we know that, but now it's fucked up because the residential was down there before. Now the residential's way over here. Because the way the town grew, it's a nightmare, and I'd have to sort it all out to do that. But it stands. Oh my god, we're still using steam trams. See, that's how bad this place is. I haven't even updated the vehicles in it. But if you look at it, all the high quality buildings are where my tram lines are. Like, all the high quality buildings are concentrated where the trams are. All the ones out here are the ones that don't have trams. And if you look at the cities as well, where the most concentration of tram is where the bigger buildings are. See, like, even out here you get big residential buildings like that, instead of little tiny ones like that which have no coverage. These are actual houses. This is like a small fucking cottage. And this only got recently put in, but they're starting to have bigger buildings out here now. Same with this recently just got covered out here. But they're starting to have big buildings like this go in now. Okay, so this is Schwarzgrad here. May the Schwartz be with you and all that. Yeah, this is all you need on this line to get the goods down from there to there. Does that affect? Okay, it has to be a stone bridge. Yeah, I even went in and added roads from Lofoten all the way down through this mountain to here, and then from there up to Tamaki. So even though I'm not providing service to Taunt or Tamaki, they're getting on buses to here and then driving the rest of the way themselves. Where they get the car from when they get here, I don't know, but yeah, and then buses go from. We have these fancy deluxe edition buses. Yeah, the glass windows, entirely glass, and it's double decker. They come from the deluxe edition. Yeah, so that comes with deluxe edition. We've got them going down to Omi Village here. And again, you can see where the trams are concentrated. The big buildings are concentrated. I just really haven't been bothered to upgrade the cities too much. Right, so we could upgrade residential here a bit because that's been a bit of a time since it was here. Right, so if we go here and come back down to there. Right, and then we come down here. And that should be all the residential back here added on. Right, and then we manage the line. Where's Diablo Street? And we can just there's no connection there. There we go. Yeah, now they can get down like that and carry on the merry way to do that. And we'll give them a bit of an upgrade. I've learned what tractive power means now, by the way. Tractive effort. It's the ability to go up a hill, is the short end of it. Okay. Tractive effort affects how fast they can go up hills and or accelerate. Oh, MENs. Oh, yeah. Oh, hello. Hello. Right, we know what we're doing here, don't we? You're immediately becoming ferries. Hovercraft. Yeah, hovercraft can do 58 mile an hour. It can only carry 20 passengers, but it can fucking hammer it down. So that'll immediately take the line frequency and affect the line rate and frequency. But it should attract more customers to it. But the MENs, they'll be useful on this route here. 185 is that. So we want to upgrade to the MEN, which is 50 mile an hour and 16 people. That means we could probably take 2 of these buses off. Yeah, and that's still about the old rate. Right, so we have a much faster line there, and we'll get more profits. Same with the Mellowstone buses. Right, we have a rate of 66. I don't think we'll achieve 66 by deleting something. And so we'll just leave it as is. Luffington to Grima, you're getting an upgrade, 196. That'll do. And then Schwarzgrad, you're definitely getting an upgrade. We'll take 3 vehicles off of that. Now that's making me 4 fucking million, so hell. Finally, we're upgrading you. 207. Close enough. A proper bus looking bus. Oh, there you are, puppy. I was wondering when a dog got to there. Yeah, we have got a new train. Oh, yeah, look at that. 10,000 horsepower compared to that. Yeah, it barely notices. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we're on the 75 mile an hour ones as well. It's a long train, okay? It's a really long train. There. That should get his profits up a bit from the maintenance going down. Yeah, this weird section we have to cross it over inside a tunnel, and it removes the tunnel for whatever reason. I think it's in the old gondolas, isn't it? Yeah. I may as well just do a complete replace on this. $180. Of course, the rate's going to go fucking flying now because it's 75 mile an hour instead of 50. Right, so you... But the money increase will be better because it's like, yay. And we need... machines. That is 429 meters, so that would need about 11... Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it'd need 3 more. So we want 600. And we'll come back to checking that later. What's the length of that? 300 meters, so it'd need 8. No, that'll be fine. It'll fit in. Like a glove. Yep, and like a glove, it'll fit in there. Even to that tiny ass station. It should only need 200 because it shouldn't be supplying more than 200. Yeah. Like 150 is all it needs. $200, it should be fine in there. Mm. Yeah, that's the Canada Air ones at like 27 cargo and 400 miles an hour. Until I get a better vehicle for that. Right, I'm pretty sure one vehicle can do this on its own. Right, train free. No, we want the royal one. It is 334 meters for 300 capacity, and it's currently running at 220, so we don't have to have that much. Right, so it's running faster now, so it should get more money as it drops people off. Don't imagine there's many people that train for Ding Dong Dell, but we'll see how big it is compared to the station. But it looks like there is standard 8 plus 4, which is 12. Yeah, it can go bigger. It should be fine. That's fine, man. It's just chugging down the fish like there's no tomorrow. What we could do if it is a fucking cow. Just have some cows going in there. Wow. But are cows more valuable than fucking fish? And I can also just transport food up, well, wheat up to here, transport the food into there, and start getting Lone Light going. Well, I want to see how the ferry line's going. Well, look at that, we have people on it. We have 32 people on the ferry line. Amazingly, we've got the frequency down to 5 minutes, and suddenly people appear at the ferry port. Like I said, the frequency is what affects how many people you get on your line. The game's chugging now because there's so much going on. That should be going faster than it is. It's slowed down. It can't handle this massive amount of shit going on at once. Like, there's so many people going to so many destinations. It's try to track every individual piece of cargo and passenger. And I'm recording on top, well, streaming on top of that, and it's just chugging a bit. And it doesn't help when I'm on a megalomaniac map, which is the experimental sizes. I'd probably need a graphics card upgrade, and there's no fucking way I'm going to afford a graphics card right now. Let's see how much this gets me. $8 million. I got 10 years to go before I can upgrade the station with the white buildings that are modern, and upgrade the airport with a second fucking runway. I'm pretty sure it's 1980 where you get the second runway and modern buildings, which are like this for the railway. Yeah, see, like the road noise pollution goes down as I upgrade the vehicles. Because there's less vehicles in town, there's less noise pollution. But however, in the cases like Ogrima, where I am, yeah, I'm starting to get hit by traffic problems because there's that many vehicles on the road at once. Like, to keep the fucking traffic numbers. Here's where the main problem is. This, oh, and that street right there is a problem. It's only the fucking these trucks that go down there though. But it's two different sets of trucks going there, so the goods and the industry. Mm-hmm. And almost every single line will pass through here at some point. Right. How do I turn off those messages? Ah. Anyway, I don't want to know about industry closure or industry spawn. Yeah, this is managing to stay down. Like, they are 1.5 million in debt, but I do not care. I literally don't care if they're 1.5 million in debt because that's 20 million in the profit. There's 20 million there. There's 2 million there. There's 3.3 million there. There's half a million there. Whatever, I don't care. And there's 4 million there. That's about 30 million profit I make because those trams are in operation. I make 30 million profit because I'm losing 1.5 million in trams. I don't give a fuck about losing 1.5 million in trams. I really do not give a fuck because that 1.5 million in trams is what's powering that railway and this bus stop. I wouldn't have this 30 odd million in profit if I didn't have these trams running. So yeah, I literally do not give a fuck about losing 1.5 million on trams. Mm. And there's our most profitable fucking road line right there. Taking silver ore down to the smeltery and bringing the fucking ingots back here. Although what I'd really like to see them do in Transport Fever 3 is instead of having a smeltery for silver, a smeltery for iron and things like that, have a fucking big smeltery factory that can take any ore type and give you any ingot type. Uh, like, it's just a smeltery and you can bring any ore there, but say you can only bring one ore type to it. So if you have a smeltery and you have silver over here, you can bring silver to it, but then you can't bring iron or gold or whatever to it. You can't bring coal and iron to it once you've brought silver to it. It limits it to one, and then as it upgrades, you can either add another ore to it, or you can, once it's upgraded, you can add another ore to it, or you can increase the amount of ore of the type you've selected to it. See, that's what I'd like to see. It's like, yeah, it's like there's a smeltery building, and it smelts any type of ore you bring to it, but only one ore type. And then when it upgrades, you get to choose a second ore type or increase production of the already selected ore. You get the choice of what to do. If that makes sense. I also want to see like things like this get fixed. It has two outputs, but you can only upgrade this once. Like you put two oil sand in, and you get 100. Like 200 oil sand in, you get 100 oil, 100 fuel, 100 sand. that gives a total production of 200. But if you only ships 100 oil and you can't upgrade it until you get the sand and oil getting used at the same time, which is why I had to ship the sand down here to this fucking construction material plant. And then I brought the bricks back and used it in there, which just happened I needed fuel and bricks for it. No, it was sand first to there and brought bricks back, and then it just happened to upgrade to fuel, so I could bring the fuel from there to there. But it would be nice if you could. It doesn't matter what output you use, you can still upgrade it like that. Or even have somewhere you could just something you could do with the sand. Because that's the only thing that's annoying is what to do with the sand afterwards. I mean, with this mod, you can put down a factory. Right, let's see. You could put down one here like that. And then you can configure it yourself to be auto upgrade of production level 4. It can now take maximum without any issue. You know, you can actually configure that so that it takes anything and, you know, upgrades naturally as you go. Or you can turn off auto upgrade so it can't downgrade and it's stuck at maximum capacity. So you could use that to your advantage to just make millions for no reason. However, I kind of want to so that's a planks and steel machine production facility. What is this one? Silver and steel. I mean, the goods take silver as well, so it's kind of weird. It spawned both industries, which is a weird bit. It spawned industries from the vanilla base game and from the mods industries. You can turn grain into beer here, and then you take beer to the fucking food processing plant to turn it into food. Why? Yeah, and same with coffee beans becomes food and meat becomes food. And this is not going to upgrade now until it gets to 450. Again, that's going to be a while before that happens, because we're pretty much stuck at this town size because the fucking traffic's starting to get bad. Of course, when we get the next trucks, which is the 40 tons, that should improve a lot, because then it'll be a lot less trucks going into town. Right now we need 20 trucks to keep this town supplied. Of course, you could split it across multiple lines. Instead of having the trucks come down and go around the entire town, they could go down to come here and come back again, down to come here and come back again, and that would reduce the amount of trucks in town. And you'd further reduce the noise pollution, because the trucks would only be coming down to here and here sort of thing, and then fucking back off out, and they wouldn't cause any noise pollution to there. It's only because there's spawned industry over here that the problem begins. No, so the industry's there. The industry's concentrated there, so, and then some of it spilled over into here, which is causing the problem. But you could just have a singular truck coming back and forward to there, and the rest of them being out here out the way. if you wanted to plan it properly. Like, so a line that comes down to here and then back again. And the big issue is the fucking food out here. It's like, why? And the food's over here, right in the middle of residential, which is another issue. Whatever. Like I said, the game's chugging now anyway. And a lot to do with the stream. And the fact I've got so much getting moved. I got almost 1 million people getting moved. Almost 8 million fucking cargo getting moved. That's a lot of fucking shit getting moved at once. And I can further increase my profits by just slamming down a cargo airfield. Right in one corner of the map. And then slamming down, say, yeah, right, I'll make a road. No, I won't make a road. I'll just slam the industries down with the road facing towards. Right, so you need paper and plastics. We need plastics for you, so we need to supply plastics. We can't send goods, but we can take products like silver and steel, and we make a steel mill there, a silver one there, and a fucking goods factory in the middle, and it should service all of them. Right, so what we do is we remove that, put in another cargo terminal, put another main building in. Oh, hang on, I put the wrong fucking airfield in. Right, so then I can put in industries right in front of it. And they'll all get serviced. And you go down to the other corner of the map. And you do a full 180. We have multiple cargo terminals so they can land and all that. And then we can just put in make sure there's flat land for it to land in. It doesn't matter about the fucking cost. We're going to be making fucking hundreds of millions off of this every quarter, so. And then what industry will provide the highest fucking It wants fuel. Right, and it wants machines and goods, so and none of that matters because I can just put the industries up to max level. Right. So I can literally have a fuel here. An oil refinery here. And to oil wells here. We can configure it to auto upgrade off and max level. It now wants 800 and configure that to max level and auto upgrade off. So now it wants 400 of them. So it'll send 400. It'll take 800 of them, 400 of them, 400 of them. It's going to just gurgle down everything it can get sent. My only problem is, can I get a second runway in there? I might have to move that back a bit out of the way. There we go. Definitely have room for a second runway now. You know, the things you do when you have 70 billion in cash and you want to spend it. Right, so let's redo that. Right, so we want the fuel refinery out here. We want the oil refinery here, and we want 2 oil wells in here. Like that. We want to configure auto upgrade off and max industry level. And we'll do that. There you go. Now you can't downgrade, and nor can you. So we'll get 800 out of that. Not we can do it right now with the current planes because we need a second runway to be able to run the fucking airfield efficiently. Yeah. There we go. Now configure auto upgrade off. Industry level 4. This is going to fucking absolutely fucking tank. If we're going to have to send all this back and forward. Right, so what does the other one have for vehicles? We have 20 vehicles, so if we make 10 in each one. Right, so that is like Sandy Shores to Tamaki City. Okay. Yeah, and once that gets going, that'll be making millions per quarter. Especially since they're wanting to tank out as much as they can to this. It needs a good 800. They'll be sending as much as they fucking can down my line. However, the line's not going to do much just now. It's only going to be 200 because it can't handle that many planes right now. Without the second runway to handle down and up at the same time, we just have to deal with it the way it is. And it's not going to be able to take the refined oil either because it's going to have so much on this. Oh, that's a point. Oh well, we'll get to it when we get to it. That's going to have to be like 1,200 rate to handle that. Oh well. Sucks. Oh, the last 5 are all just going straight to the airport. Right, that'll take care of that anyway. That's going to be a lot more money in my pocket. Ah, there it is. It's heading down to make me money. It's already making me money. La 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 la. Oh, we have the BR218. This one's got 2,500 horsepower. Why do I want that over that? Unless it's a smaller trip. Like that'd be good for smaller trips. Like you're only doing a couple passenger cars. Because then you're only spending 1 million compared to the 5 million. And this one, look at that man, it's earning me 50 million. Oh, the rates went up to 300. What the fuck, man? Right, anyway, that's been about an hour and a half, and like I said, the game's tanking a bit because I'm streaming as well as all this cargo that's getting sent down my lines. So I'll stop it and save it there, and that'll do for this week. Since my brother's just not going to turn up again, he needs to get his fucking sleep schedule fixed. Like, he just doesn't sleep properly. He stays up all night gaming and all this shit, and he pretends it's illness he's doing it. It's like, no, it's you sitting in that computer until like 2 in the morning is doing it. That's why you're no sleeping. What pisses me off the most is, like, say, he'll stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning. He'll stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning gaming, and then he'll try his hardest to stay awake all night long. He'll try his hardest not to sleep while he's awake. Like, while he's awake, he'll try his hardest to stay awake and never go back to sleep. And then once he's asleep, he'll try his hardest to stay asleep and never wake up. Make up your fucking mind, man! Make up your fucking mind! Do you want to try and avoid sleep, or do you want to try and avoid being awake? You're trying both, and it's put your sleep schedule right out the fucking window. Oh my god. Anyway, I shall see you all.